Morning, everybody. Easter Sunday. Joey Only Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel. Hit like, share, subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate that very much. Just doing my best here to keep the channel afloat, keep alive, keep things going. Got snowfall warnings in Alberta today that people will want to be talking about. Chance of a thunderstorm here in British Columbia interior as well this afternoon. So that's some excitement for you. Nothing too crazy, just a little flash here. There was a pretty good-sized storm in Alberta yesterday, actually. Did temporarily make for a severe thunderstorm warning. Anyways, that's the kind of stuff we're talking about here in the channel today. Temperatures will rise up eventually, but and look at, even though it's been snowing here all morning, I think the sun is poking through in wells here right now, which is maybe what we need for an ingredient to have a thunderstorm happen today in the Caribou. Yeah. Joey Only Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel. Hit like, share, subscribe. Thanks for all the support, everybody. It's keeping me alive. Okay. There it is. This is bad news. My God.
Falling out right now.
Anything could happen. Get on! Wow. I'll watch the video later. Ain't dry mopping this. So the only thing in Western Canada flagged in red is the snowfall warning that's going to begin tonight, where we're going to see periods of rain first, but then it will transition to wet snow. Could make up to 10 centimeters in some areas by Monday morning, with another 10 centimeters still expected. I'm sure in the high country it'll be maybe even a little bit better chance that some of that snow sticks. Uncertainty remains high with this system. Confidence is increasing that areas northwest of Calgary will receive a substantial amount of snow, which will end on Monday night. So there's that. And then, to find anything else, you have to go way up to the far north there. There's wind warnings. And what do we have up here at Resolute right now? Do we have a blizzard warning still going on in Resolute for 90-kilometer-an-hour winds? So that's almost all the stories until you get to Atlantic Canada, where a number of things are happening. For example, on the New Brunswick side, there's not wind warnings. On the Quebec side, the Gaspé Peninsula, 90-kilometer-an-hour winds there. Wind warning for PEI as well as most of Nova Scotia, up the peninsula there. The weather conditions will be quite variable. And there's winter storm warning for the Highlands, Cape Breton Highlands communities from Mabou to Meat Cove area in Inverness County. We'll see a mixture of snow, rain, and little accumulation. Meanwhile, what is this place? Cap Al Mule. That's 90-kilometer-an-hour winds. If we head down to the very southern tip of Newfoundland, up to 110 around Port au Basque and into the mainland. Coast into the mainland, 20 centimeters possible up there. So some nasty weather in some places. 40 centimeters this evening until Monday night. Look at that. So this area, Wild Cove there, and that's at Bay Verta, White Bay. Okay, 100-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts following rain or drizzle. Precipitation will transition through a short period of freezing rain to accumulating heavy snowfall. The snow showers and whatnot will all taper off Monday afternoon. 4 to 6 centimeters per hour possible in some place. That is nuts. That's a place that's really, really, really stoked to go. 15 centimeters possibly, 100-kilometer-an-hour up the coast, and look at North Newfoundland as well, north end of the island. Oh, that's the same thing there, snowfall warning for 20 centimeters. So that could be you if you're in Newfoundland, so be thankful. Be thankful it's not that bad necessarily, I guess. Over the last 12 hours in the BC interior, you can see that band of snow more or less come slamming into us here in the mountain. How we woke up this morning is that a little disturbance moved across the Caribou. Similar sort of situation down there, down south, where it's a little bit warmer, of course. Having a look over on the Alberta side over the last 12 hours. And they had a great thunderstorm come up there yesterday, somewhere around Red Deer, south of, and made a bit of a beeline towards Drumheller there. Was for a short while, looked like it was producing hail and whatnot. So that energy is out there. It is out there. But, we'll see. We'll see. What do we have for today in store? So the Canadian model's saying this right now. We'll try to have a good look at it. Oh, have a good look at it. So look at snow showers developing through the day in the high country, rain in the lower country. Going to be a lot of this today. It's kind of nasty day, actually. In terms of an Easter Sunday goes, a heavy band of rain tonight through Kamloops, maybe a bit of snow in the high country, and then we can kind of see this signal here for the areas, west and northwest of Calgary, where perhaps some significant snow might land in the foothills there. Monday morning, you might be waking up to some pretty good looking snow, and even if you're not in that warning area in Alberta, I would suggest that anywhere that these snowflakes are showing up on the board may be a place where you could potentially be, getting some snow there, even if it's not warning criteria, even if it's not 20 centimeters of snow, if you're trying to go to work the next day. Well, look at this large low pressure system out there in the Dakotas, for example. And it's bringing some rain on Tuesday morning into Saskatchewan, but on the north side of it still in Alberta and a little bit into Saskatchewan too, there's going to be some steady snow in places and temperatures down in some cases to freezing, so you would expect that snow to stick. All in all, I don't think it's going to be a lot of snow, and there'll be warm weather coming on back soon. So let's have a look at Sunday afternoon. We got chance of flashing of lightning there in Montana, so it's not that different than last week Sunday, where in a short area you have snowfall and things like that happening and thunderstorms happening. To the south of it, it's a little bit wider of a space this time, but it's not that different than last week Sunday in that regard. So we do have risk of flashing up in Northern California, and a tiny risk, all the way up into Watson Lake. Okay, a tiny risk. I don't know what I did there. Down south side of Williams Lake. Let's just hit play on tape here, for example, and just see if anything really tiny bubbles. Kamloops, do you see a tiny bubble at 5 this afternoon? Could. So a few flashes of lightning possible in the BC interior tonight as well into the evening. So that's just that. Nothing too crazy. And then finally, we're going to start to see on Monday morning things clear out a little bit for us again. That high pressure's out there off the coast. It wants to take over. It does, but it's done more to just help steer things into us the last bunch of days in reality. So yeah, it would be nice if that high pressure can not just become a steering mechanism for us, but actually move in here and visit us for a while. Nonetheless, it's not going to be bringing us the warmest weather if it does. It's coming from a great direction to do the opposite. Thunderstorms on Monday still, and that was the case as well on Sunday down in the States. There's been some mega thunderstorms going on down there. Mega dangerous, mega lightning last night through Texas, just going off. So that storm is going to make its way into Ontario and bring a lot of rain and whatnot for you there. It doesn't look like it's too much of a thunderstorm problem for Ontario, mostly rain. And it looks like out in Iowa or somewhere. Dakotas, lightning on Monday night in the Dakotas. Alberta still unsettled on Monday, like we showed you in the graphic before. We're going to just jump ahead to Tuesday. We're not going to go too much further than that. Northern BC getting a little bit of snow. Yeah, let's go jump into Wednesday. Still conditions mostly clear in the BC interior. Jump ahead to Thursday. Man, lots of storms. Like the whole United States erupting in thunderstorms on Thursday everywhere. Jump ahead to Friday. Maybe we see a little risk of thunderstorm down here in the BC interior and maybe even coastal BC. There's a possibility of that. But when we're talking about warmer temperatures coming next week at least, so that's nice, you'd hope. 13. When is it coming? Okay, so when is it coming? Oh man, it's not coming. But other thing I was going to mention was we have this outside risk of thunderstorm outbreak, but it's a long ways off yet. We're talking Wednesday or Tuesday next week, maybe. Yeah, if you want to buy into a town, man. We got the gold mine. Could go booming here at some point. Maybe you'd find yourself making a good investment to come here and buy part of the lodge here, buy my half of it. I'd like to move somewhere else. I want to get out of this town. I don't fit in. That's the thing. Maybe you would, and a lot of people would. I used to fit in, but the culture's changed and the people have changed here. It's a different crowd of people here, and it's not my home anymore. It's where I live, but I really have no connection in the community anymore. I feel very alone all the time, and it's breaking me. It's breaking me. I'm like fighting to be an artist in a town that other artists will stab each other in the backs and willingly do it. And I've had it. So I want out of Wells. You can buy this place if you want. And if you're somewhere you're someone in the Caribou and you're like, I've got a farm with this great house in the back that no one's living in, and consider Joey only. I'd like to have a change of scenery finally. I don't know. I'm ready. I'm ready to do something different in my life. I've been 16 years here and nothing's getting better. I've been sober for almost 5 years. Nothing is getting better in my life. It's I'm still not. I don't have opportunity here. I apply for work. I'm not going to get the job. I put myself in to be fire chief in this town, and town council made sure that didn't happen. Meanwhile, the fire department leaders themselves have this view of me, and they don't want me involved. It's the festival didn't reach out. It's like I was banned for life from Barkerville, and that's over now at least. And the new manager and I are friends, and everything's going to be fine, I guess. But it's like, how many slaps in the face can a guy take when he's trying his best to change his life, live well, make a contribution to society? I'm like the most successful artist this town's ever had, and you can't get an ounce of credit from people, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of when we have at the Sunset Theater here, the community variety shows. So many times I asked if I could be part of it, if I could make a skit, if I could, and it's just like, Stu and them smile and nod. Sure, yeah, okay. You're not in our Barkerville actors clique. No, you can't be a part of this. And I'm tired of exclusion. I'm tired of the politics of exclusion. I call all of you out, and I'm going to call all of you out more and more. In fact, I should just make a full video where I walk around, talk about it, and call people out and get it off my chest. I bet you it'll rub everyone in Wells the wrong way. Fucking good. They need to hear it. They need to get their heads out of their asses around here. Unsettled weather across British Columbia today as a system of low pressures over the region. Scattered showers, alpine flurries expected through the mountain areas. Maybe even some thunderstorms developing later this afternoon and this evening. The system will move east. Some showers and flurries may linger in behind, the post-frontal blandness where nothing major is going on. It's just sort of gloomy. Starting Tuesday, conditions will begin to improve as a ridge of high pressure builds over the province. It will bring drier weather. Freezing levels will rise through the rest of the work week. It's going to get warmer. I can't wait. I'm sitting by the wood stove here, and I'm tired of how cold it is. And it's I don't like. I'll tell you this: if you live in the Yukon, you're getting better weather than we get in Wells at this time. The elevation does make a difference. And meanwhile, you're up there, you get a lot more sunshine at this time of the year as well already than we're getting here in Wells. In fact, we've barely seen the sun for much of the last 2 weeks. There's been a couple spells where it got warm out, and the sun popped out. But more and more, it's not been especially sunny. The snow is not melting. I remember so many times people in Whitehorse are sending me pictures and on May 1st, and it's gorgeous out, no snow, and I'm looking out my window here what the fuck. Oh yeah. So showers, alpine flurries. You can see a bit of a trough there through the center of the province. Goes down kind of in that Kamloops area. That could be where you see some of that thunderstorm development this afternoon on the BC coast. Unsettled conditions will continue. Freezing levels remain about 1,200 meters. That's about the elevation I'm sitting right here. That's about 4,000 feet. Further north, skies will be cloudy and So the area of high ridges, high pressure is approaching. So anyways, on the BC interior, expect showers, alpine flurries with the risk of afternoon thunderstorms, especially in southern and central regions. Freezing levels over the south and central interior will rise to 1,500 meters this morning, maybe 2,000 by this afternoon. So warming up for you. How lucky for you. Over the northern Rockies Valley bottoms, freezing levels will rise about 1,500 meters. And then, there you go. There's your risk of thunderstorms, more or less, in this general area where you see all the green dots and whatnot, kind of everywhere, where this little trough is and north of. For the BC coast, today, scattered showers, alpine flurries continue. With northwest ranges expecting cloud, but the ridge of high pressure is approaching. Showers and alpine flurries will persist tonight. With the upper trough still influencing the region, the risk of thunderstorms continues into the evening. Freezing levels will drop overnight. We'll do our best to keep you in the know here on this channel when we have some sort of lightning or thunder rumbles going on in the Caribou. We'll try our best to keep you in the know here. Hit like, share, subscribe, and keep on coming by. Thanks very much, everybody. Have a great Easter.